And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you from a new location, my
Yes.
courtyard. And we're here with my buddy Chris. What's going on, Chris?
Nut man, how you doing?
I am good, just running around. I have to tell you, I am mentally drained. I
Mm.
cannot wait for this move to be over. I just can't wait. It's just
It's a lot. It's a
it's a
lot.
lot. Moving, they said moving is next. The two worst things in the world to do in your life is to die
Which you
or
don't even
to
know.
do at a funeral
But you don't. I
or
mean, when you die,
moving.
you don't know.
It's right. Moving and death
I
is
will.
the hardest things.
I will agree about the moving. You know, we just did it. What, almost 4 months ago now.
Yes,
It's so exhausting. Like, it's exhausting.
it's
So for all those that
exhausting.
are in the process of moving, just moved, or getting ready to move, we sympathize.
It is so exhausting and so much work. I got my containers from the container store. Then I'm waiting for the last shipment before I can complain. Because the part 3 of the shipment comes today, and the first one had the wrong size top and the seals that was supposed to be on the watertight. 2 of the tops were not. They missed it. They lost. They don't have their seals. So I was like, "Oh man, this is just absolutely the
But you
insanity."
know,
But
this is how it
it's
always
chaos.
goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no perfection. That's one thing we could be guaranteed. There is no perfection of any kind in the world we live in.
Yeah.
No perfection. What's going on, neighbor? Oh, thank you.
You doing good?
Yes, doing well. Thank you. So now my neighbors will see me as I'm working.
I
So,
love it.
but yeah, this is where we are. This is where we are. So, the weather is warming up here in New York. So it's supposed to
Yeah,
be
it's a little
80
muggy
today,
today.
and it's
We're
supposed to be
getting rain
80.
today here, and I think
You
you
getting
guys are
what?
getting rain tomorrow.
We're
We're
getting
getting
rain
rain.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we're getting thunderstorms later today, and I believe New York is getting it tomorrow.
And also last night we had game night, and Chris R is in the building, and she was our MVP for the night, and we had
Okay.
so much fun. Oh my gosh, we always have fun in our game nights. For those that are up that late, like, and I was explaining to the community last night, why am I up so late? Is because the sirens of the city keep going until about 1 o'clock at night. So, and they got a chance to hear it. They got to hear the fire trucks go through at least 4 times while I was on within that hour.
You have to remember. I mean, people need to be aware. You know, when you live in a densely populated city like that, where people are stacked on top of each other, like for blocks, I mean, as far as the eye can see, you're always going to have issues. You know, either false alarms with fire alarms going off, or real fires, or just emergencies. You live in a city where it is so dense. There's always bound to be something. And you know what? If you didn't hear those police sirens, fire trucks, and ambulances, you would say, "Well, what's going on with the services in the city?" You know what I mean? So you can kind of say, "Thank God, at least you hear them. You know that the
At
services
least
are
you know
running."
they're
And
working, right? At
yeah,
least you know
yeah.
they're working. Oh, on my phone, on my Ryan Lewis photos, I got now 5,555 followers.
Nice, nice.
I was like, I gotta take a picture of the triple of the quad fives. So let me do that real quick. I just noticed that on my Instagram, and
Oh, wait, before you do that, so for those that don't know, and Gwendolyn's already mentioned in the chat, Giorgio Armani passed away at the age of 91 today.
yes, I heard about that. This as I was coming downstairs.
Yeah.
Yes, Giorgio Armani, 91, right?
Yeah, he lived a good long life. When you make it into your 90s and you pass, I mean, of course, yes, you're sad to hear about it, but I'm like, you know what? I always look at it like this. That's a long time to live, and he lived a great life,
It's right.
you
And
know?
you know how but I was just taught this year by my neighbor. She says when you're in your 80s, you're a senior. When you're in your 70s, you're a junior senior. And when you are in your 60s, you are a sophomore senior. And when you are in your 50s, you are a senior.
Okay.
And she says 90 is simply the gift. 90 is a gift.
Yeah.
So and
And
it's
a lot of
the AARP kind of like registers that way, right? When you start getting your AARP information at 50, right? So 50,
yeah.
60, 70, 80, just like high school.
Yeah. If you for anyone that can make it to the 90s, it's a blessing. And then to have to be cognizant and aware, and then to have family around, it's a beautiful thing. That's why, like, when my grandmother passed last year, we were, I mean, yes, we were sad, but we were okay because she lived an amazing life. And just to be able to see
And
great
how old was
grandkids,
Granny? How old was your granny?
she was 93 when she passed.
93. 93.
Yeah. This woman survived breast cancer. She had hip replacement surgery in her 90s. Okay. And she had what? How many kids? Was it 5 of them? 5 kids.
Yes. That's amazing. You
Yeah.
can't ask for anything more. I mean, especially if your grandma was cognitive, had all
Yes.
the functions.
Till the day that she died.
Yeah.
She always knew who was around her.
It's the
And we had
best.
conversations, and it's I mean, with everything that was going on, like eventually with all that, she was in congestive heart failure. Her kidneys weren't working the way it's supposed to, but that's natural. The body is breaking down at that age.
Yeah.
Her mind was always there. She was alert. She knew who was around her. And at the very end, she started sleeping a lot more. But when she was awake, her eyes were still closed, but she knew everyone's voices and could answer you and say who you were till the very end.
Jazzy says AARP sent her information when she was 28.
What they got it
It wasn't
wrong.
meant for your mother. 28. But as soon as you turn 49 and a half, you get it. It's 49 and a half. For most of my friends, it was 49 and a half. They got the first mail and it said, apply for AARP. That's right.
Mm.
At 49 and a half. Well, there's some folks in the building. Let's see here. Oh, Anthony Rowland was the first. Anthony Rowland gets the gold this morning. He gets the gold.
Wow.
He says, good morning, family. And then you have the great and wonderful, marvelous Gwendolyn Houston Jack. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning.
And yes, we got the Georgia Armani news. And Jazzy says, good morning. Jazzy says, morning. There it is. And then, okay. That was really good. Nice. Thank you for that. I tell you, the teamwork. I love the teamwork.
What?
Oh, really?
All the comments.
You didn't notice?
Well, if we're here, why not let people know like everything's okay? We talked about this yesterday.
Yes.
Like 2-3 minutes in, and I don't see you. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So the fact that you texted me, I was like,
I sent you the text.
Let me communicate that with everybody else. So, because people are coming in, they're like, all right, well, what's going on? We're running a few minutes late. We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be here, and we weren't that late. We were only 2 minutes
No.
late, so it was. Yeah. I was in the middle of rushing. I was sharing with Chris. The buyer is showing up later at 11:30, so I didn't want to interrupt the show. But also, my broker was like, "It's not good when you have the buyer and the seller in the same space before the sale."
Okay.
So before the closing.
Yeah.
And then so yesterday, I reached out to my buyer. My broker, and we were talking. And I was like, are we still on for October 7th for the closing? And he goes, well, that was just a date that we kind of like throw out there. And I was like, so when am I moving out my apartment? And he said, well, maybe it probably won't end up being until the end of October or maybe November, the latest November. And I was like, dog it, because I don't want to pay any more mortgage. I don't want to pay any more. I just want to be free. That's another extra month of maintenance, another extra month of mortgage, another extra month of insurance. So hopefully it will be closer to the beginning of October than the end. but I am still going with my moving plans for September 7th. I'm sorry, 27th is moving day because my brother and my son all put it on their calendar. So we're gonna get that all done on that weekend, and then I'll just leave the remaining stuff that I may need at the house, like a spoon and a fork. A
Well,
spoon,
the
a
thing
fork,
was, here's the thing: you don't necessarily, you don't have to be there. You can just leave it empty.
yes, I mean that's true too. But
Yeah.
I have a photo shoot in September, at the end of September, so it works out because then I can still just have my photography equipment there, and I could do work from the city, and and I can still get to see my neighbors and enjoy the neighborhood. So I'm going to go. I'm enjoying my restaurants. I'm enjoying my friends, and I just shared with one of my friends, Linda, my Linda lover. I said, "You're getting two big plants," because I decided not to take my plants with me. I decided to just give
Mm,
them to my best friends. So Linda's getting two big beautiful plants that I raised from birth, well, almost birth. And then my other friend Yvette, who sponsors this channel, who is always supporting everything I do, she's getting two of them for her living room.
nice.
So she's getting the two big trees. And I just felt like, you know what, this was the best way to do that because one, these are two people that I really love. They are close to my heart, and my plants will be at their homes. And then when I go visit them, whenever I'm in New
You'll
York,
see them.
I'll see them.
Yeah.
So that's how it all worked out. But this moving thing is definitely not for the weak.
No, it's not.
It's not for the weak at all. So we have here, oh, here it is, exactly what Jay-Z said. Moving is not for the weak. Oh gosh. So I see here, Jazzy preparing for the 50th, feeling Jazzy. Yes, G is G is not even 50 years old yet. She is
I
not
thought she was
50.
only. I thought she was only 30.
She's a baby.
Yeah, I thought she looks like she's about 30 years old.
Well,
Come,
how
come on, G. You know how
the
we
lady doesn't.
do.
Most people don't think I'm 61, but I'm 61, going on 62, going to be a
Don't look a day
senior.
over 45.
Oh, Social Security is around the corner. And let's see, Bryson's in the building. Bryson says, "What's up, Gwendolyn? I heard of that Giorgio Armani passing away. He lived a long life."
Yes, he did.
And she says, "Living off the Harlem River was actually quite quiet. I was impressed." Yes, there are some quiet places in New York City. It's just that I happen to live on a main thoroughfare, and the ambulance and police always go up Myrtle Avenue. So
You know what I found was quiet? Was this Astoria where you have the Hell's Gate Bridge? Is that a story? Is that Astoria? I think that's
yes,
Astoria. It's actually really quiet over there, right under the
Astoria is very quiet.
yeah, right under that bridge area. And you think there's a lot of traffic over there because you've got like the ferries that go through there.
Mhm.
And a lot of photographers photograph over there. I've actually photographed over there before. It's really quiet though, but they have nice little parks along the river there. Very
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm. I love
New York has some
Astoria.
great
Astoria is
spots.
beautiful.
It is.
Astoria is a beautiful area. They have a lot of public housing in that area as well. So there's some, sketchy neighborhoods on some parts. But other than that, I mean, and it's not like it used to be. Back in the day, people don't realize that back in the day when we had they used to call them, instead of calling them public housing, they used to call them the projects,
Mm-hmm.
which was an insult. And so they call it the project. Literally, it was a project. That's what
Mm-hmm.
they were doing. They were creating they created a project for people of color and how they were going to live in these neighborhoods and pile them up on top of each other. And it was a scientific project,
Yeah,
urban
did it
scientific project.
did it start in Chicago, I believe, or was
I
it New
know.
York?
I think it was. Oh no, it was here in New York. It was what's his name?
Okay.
Moses. What? Not Robert Moses. Not Robert. Was it Robert Moses? Was it Robert Moses? I think it was Robert Moses. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure someone in the community will let us know.
Yeah, somebody will let us know. But I think it was Robert Moses. He was the one that was created the flights out of the city. White folks were living in the city, and then they created Long Island, and they created the whole Parkway system, the LIE, and all that stuff. And yeah, I do believe it was Robert Moses. Robert
Okay.
Moses, and it is said that he was a racist. So.
Okay. So Bright. Oh, okay, guys.
He says good morning. Oh, we had something else out there. Oh yeah,
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Bryson said, and just in that, Rolling Ray passed away at 28. Who's Rolling Ray? Am I that out of the loop?
So he was a social media influencer. He was bound in a wheelchair, and he was very popular on like Instagram. He passed away, I believe, yesterday, or I believe it was yesterday, because I saw it this morning on social media.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I wonder what happened there. So young. 28.
I don't know. Yeah,
28.
I think he had some health issues.
Yeah, and if he was young and in a wheelchair,
yeah,
that was something.
So I want to go back to Bryson's thing. Happy football season day. It's NFL day, aka Cowboys and Eagles. Yeah, so for those that are big NFL fans, today is the season opener. The Eagles and the Cowboys. Listen to me. People in Philly started tailgating from last night down in South Philly. They are lined up. This is no joke. Like, I watched the news at the 6 o'clock news this morning for here in WPVI 6 ABC, and people have started cooking. This one guy had a 72-pound hog in a smoker down. Now, mind you, they're right outside of Lincoln Field down in South Philly at the sports complexes. People got party buses with like all the fixings. They've got TVs. I mean, literally, they have everything. These people are ready to go. This is the game of the season opener. And of course, it's a big rivalry with, of course, the NFL Super Bowl winners, the Philadelphia Eagles, versus the America's most hated team, the Cowboys.
Oh, I used to be a Cowboy fan. Oh, when I was in high school, I had my cowboy jacket, had my cowboy hat. I don't know why. I love the Cowboys. So
hold on. Even Gwendolyn says Cowboys ain't gonna do nothing. She's absolutely right.
But I am an Eagle fan. Now that I've grown up in my wisdom.
Fly, Eagle,
Giants
fly.
number one. Giants get my number one. Jets are number two. Eagles are my number three. And then it's the Seahawks. And then it is it used to be the New Orleans
Saints.
Saints. And that was it.
Okay.
Those are my top five right
Okay.
now. But the Cowboys slipped out of my. But when I was in high school, everybody was into the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Remember the cowboy rapping, the cowboy music.
I don't remember that.
They had an MTV video.
Oh, they probably I do remember that. Yeah.
Remember the dancing, the shuffle.
Yeah, that was a generation ago.
That was that was 3 generations ago.
Oh man, so
2 generations ago.
The food plane, he says, I enjoyed yesterday's show. If you missed it, I highly recommend it. It was rich with wisdom. Yesterday's show was amazing. I love shows like Wednesdays, where we just get on. Of course, as you guys know, none of the shows ever really planned a lot of times. We got on, and it was sparked by who was the one that dropped who dropped the song in our chat?
It was Brian. Brian started with Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, and it just went from there. So I love shows like that.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
And then to your story about your father, and then it just took off from there.
Yes, it was Papa Was a Rolling Stone. And
so if you didn't see it, go back and watch.
It was a great conversation. We talked about life. We talked about the importance of loving the people around you, accountability. It was a great show, and the community really chimed in. You know what? Since we have where's Mr. DS in the building? DS, there's a chair here waiting for you, sir. I mean, you are I have to tell you, I love your questions. I love your thought process. there's a chair. You could join the table. It's it's who. You can join the number. It's myself, Chris, Brian. We have Elise, and we have Jazzy, who have made their appearance on our platform.
And Gwendolyn.
And Gwendolyn. That's right. So
we missed you yesterday, Gwendolyn, but we understand.
DS was on fire yesterday. He was bringing the fire. Oh, and Dr. Tachi. So Dr.
Yes,
Tachi
of course,
is part of our roundup of people that are
our panel.
They come to the table with wisdom. They come to the table with insight, and because it's more than just one brain that creates a community. It's all of us.
Yeah.
I always say.
I have to say something.
Yes, buddy.
So the fact that you're outside, you told us why you're doing the show, but I'm loving the brick on brick, the brick background with your brick in the background. It's all coming together now.
A new brick background and the brick buildings. It's all brick. I live in a brick dwelling. Yeah. And but I've always wanted. Yeah, those sirens. You see, you can't escape the sirens.
It's New York, and for me here, you're always going to hear the train in the background a lot of times. So the Amtrak's it's a good distance away, but you always hear that horn when they zip through because the accelerator zips through here.
Yes, you go choo choo.
And you're going to miss this. You're going to miss the honking and all the sirens once you leave.
No, I won't. No. There's one thing I will not miss about New York, and that is the sirens. I hate them. And I mentioned when I was younger, it didn't faze me. It never bothered me. It only started bothering me when I went to live in Africa for 3 months and then came back home. And then you're hearing, and the way you perceive things changes when you're away from your elements. And I never got back used to it. Look, you see? Look. Here we go. There's another one. There'll be about 10 more of them. There they go.
It's part of the atmosphere of New York.
It's like Don Lemon says, it's part of living in New York. It's like,
no unless you're super rich and you live way up in the
yes.
Yeah, but unless you live way up in the clouds, you don't hear it. There's a certain point where you get a certain height where you don't hear it anymore.
It is true.
But only, like I said, only the super wealthy.
On the 15th floor, that sound will be louder. So you see the difference down here is not as loud as when you're in my apartment. Because when it goes through, it just echoes off all the buildings. Okay, so we got Jazzy in here. What do we miss? Do we miss any others? I see Chris is in the building. Chris R. She says, that's why I'm a minimalist, as in moving. Yes, right. I will be living out of 2 suitcases and a camera bag. That is it. That's my life. From this point on, at least for 2 years.
It's a simple life.
The simple life. I see here, and who's in the? We got Kimmy Kim says she's in the building, and make sure you hit the likes if you're in the building as well, so the algorithms know that we're here, that you are here as well. Jazzy says, yes, I understand that for sure, Chris. My grandmother passed last year as well, and she lived to 94. Good years. That's a blessing.
That's awesome.
So DS is in the building. DS.
And we're the lucky ones when we have people that live that long, because the amount of the wealth of wisdom that they share with us, it's a benefit to us.
Seniors are so important. I mean, America doesn't celebrate their seniors like they used to.
No, they don't.
But when you go to other countries, seniors are idolized. I mean, you look. I tell people all the time, when I was in Botswana, and I was at border control, or when I came to another siren, when I came through the airports and I would go through my checkpoints, I always got love because of my gray beard. They were like, "Oh my gosh, I love your beard." Oh la 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 la. Well, when I go to the mall, if I'm sitting in the mall, I'm usually sitting in the mall, and then next thing you know, someone will say, "Oh, love your beard." Oh, blah blah blah. And they have conversations with you, and then they say,
Yeah.
Would you like to come to our house for dinner?" I was like, I'm, I'm not used to that kind of behavior. I'm in the
You're
mall. Someone walks
wise.
up to you and says, "Would you like to come to our house for dinner? Our family would love you." I was like, "Okay, no,
You're not used to that.
I'm not used to it." But in South Africa, it was very common that you meet people and you invite them to your home, you have dinner, and you get to know them. And I was like, we don't do that in New York.
We don't do that in the States.
We don't do that anywhere. Well, no, this I think. Well,
The
I
South,
don't
maybe
know.
a little bit.
Maybe the Southerners
Maybe
do it, or
a
maybe
little bit.
outside maybe outside of
Yeah,
the
but
city.
here's the thing. I think we are so skeptical of people in the States, and just because we know our history, especially like I don't think you have black people inviting people in unless it's another black person or through someone else because of
Now, this
what
is
has
true.
gone on. You know.
Like, for instance, I'm not like you. I know that we're supposed to help our fellow man or woman. I am not picking up any hitchhikers. Never,
Yeah.
never, ever will I pick
You
up a
will you
hitchhiker.
will be on the next 48 when we're trying to solve your murder.
Not in America. Is no way. You see the hitchhiker, you're like, no way. Anyone in the audience? Okay, anyone in the audience. I want to know. If you were driving your car or your truck or your vehicle and you saw a hitchhiker on the side of the road, would you stop and pick them up? That's the question right now. I want to know. I want to know. I can't be the only one that's.
Yeah. I will call emergency services for you
I will
to
call
get.
emergency service.
Yeah, but
I would say
you're
there's
not
a
getting in
man
the
on the
car.
road or a woman on the road, but I am not picking up a stranger. Not
Yeah.
here. Nope, nope,
It's
nope, nope. To me,
yeah.
you know,
Wow. What is that?
that was a truck.
Are you serious?
This is what I contend with living in New York. This
I
is
thought that was a
it.
button you pressed.
No, that was
That
you
was
gotta press the
really
button.
loud.
No, that is living here. Jazzy
That sounded
says,
like the right answer. Yeah, absolutely
look,
not.
here we go. First person in the building. Jazzy says, absolutely not. Because part of the hitchhiking scheme, there are sincerely hitchhikers that
Yeah.
travel through the country. However, there's a lot of bad people that use the hitchhiking to get you off guard. Next thing you know, you're in your truck, your car, whatever, and then click, click. Or you
Yeah.
take out that little cloth, that cloth with that stuff on it. And then next thing you
Yeah.
know, you all chopped up somewhere. I'm just saying, I am not picking up any hitchhikers in America.
I hear you. I hear you.
Jazzy, Jazzy says, Jack, I have to do it with my mom. Okay. Foos, I would have to be a child or elderly for me to even consider it. Yes. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't consider it.
Yeah, but
Nope.
here's the no. Hold on, hold on. Let's explore that comment because
Yes.
even a child or elderly person now, like it's kind of really sad to
They're
say this,
decoys.
but they're decoys.
They're
Yes.
decoys. Oh, no way. No
Yeah.
way.
Plus, my thing is like,
I
what is
am
the
picking up
child? What is the child doing on the side of the road? I can
Yes.
see if like maybe the child was like, if you see like a child who's like in like their nightwear or underwear and no shoes, then maybe they wandered off because that has happened before when they wandered out of their home. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stay in my car, ask if they're okay. I'm calling 911 immediately and having them come because I'm sure there's a patrol car somewhere along this roadway that I'm on.
That's what I will do. I will
They
only
are the
police.
they are the professionals.
That's
They
right.
are trained to take care of this.
Yes. Yes.
I do not want to be.
That's
Listen,
why we have police.
I do not want to be in someone's cooler chopped up. And you think that I'm being crazy when I said this? Ron and I have been watching these series on YouTube of actual people who have been like having dead bodies in their homes, like people chopped up and wrapped up
It
in
goes on all
blankets
the
and
time in
in
America.
coolers. I'm like, oh my God, like people are sick.
Yes. It's scary stuff out there. It's scary. It's no way. And
Look,
Gwendolyn and my friend Nia, my other friend Nia, they're into these like crime stories and documentaries.
yes, that's
Gwendolyn
Ron's
put me
why I
onto
do
one
this.
yesterday. Speaking of trend, since we are at trend, this is TrendWatch Thursday.
Yes, yes.
There is a show. Wait, did we invite Gwendolyn on yet? Gwendolyn, is she available? I don't
Girl
even.
needs to have she needs to have the keys to get in here when she wants to.
Yes, I would. You know what? We got to raise more money so we can give Gwendolyn some keys. Hold on a second. Let me see. It is Thursday. Let me send this out to Elise.
Bring her on in here. She missed yesterday, so she owes us a visit.
No one can explain this show like Gwendolyn, and then she can
I
tell
want to
you
hear
guys
it.
about our interview later on. I am on her show today, and I will be
Okay,
interviewing.
I thought that was a repeat.
No, I will be repeating. I'm not repeating. I will be speaking on her show. Elise. Okay, so we got Elise and Gwendolyn. Here we go. Yes, it is Thursday.
Come on down.
Come on down, ladies. Come
You're
on
the
down.
next contestant on the Touch Base Daily Show.
Yes,
That was
yes. There we go. And then I'm gonna do the copy. There we go. But that's it. That's it. And so my my neighbors are having their conversation. So I'm like, oh, goodness gracious, to having in a public arena here. Okay, so now the invitations have been sent out. But I definitely nope, I will not. I will not be a stranger.
hold on.
And he said the same thing exactly.
Hold on. We put Anthony's on here.
No, he
He said
says
the child, elderly person, or woman will get you set up and clipped. I'm not even stopping to ask. I will take note of the mile mark and call 911. Lord be with you.
you are
I'm right there.
absolutely
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Absolutely right, Anthony. That's what the cell phone is used for in this day and age. All you have to do is say, "Excuse me, there's somebody on the edge of the road at marker 489." That's
Yeah.
it. Leave it alone. Mind your business. Mind your cotton picking business. Well, there she is. Now, Gwendolyn done got me into another documentary.
Did I? Yeah, I did. I was getting ready for this afternoon with you. I was like, I hope Ron knows he's on this afternoon.
I am on. Yes, but Gwendolyn, tell us about this. I mean, this documentary is, you know,
Wait, it's a docu-series or a documentary?
Crime documentaries on TV, on Netflix and Prime Time and cable, and you have. I mean, think about how many of them there are in cyber world. I mean, like on TV, and so you have to say, is it that these are normal people and we're not the normal people? Because there's so many. There's so many crazy folks out there. There's so many people doing some diabolical stuff. Gwendolyn?
Well, okay, so let me say this.
Are
Let
we the
me
strange ones?
set it up because Ron likes to tell a story but not give like any background to the story. So this Friday, I figured, I know, right? So this Friday, I figured I was going to talk about four Netflix documentaries I believe people should watch. Because there's been some really good stuff out there, right? I don't believe that these people are normal because the behavior and the attitude, the idea, I'm just kind of like, you have options and your option is to commit a crime because that makes sense to you. Okay. So out of the four that we talked about, Ron and I talked about Unknown Number, which is the high school catfish deal.
Oh my goodness.
Which, it happened a few years ago. I'm thinking, what was I doing? Well, I was in the middle of taking care of my father, so my mind was not into what's going on in the news, but to see what happened, and I thought to myself, golly, some of these people, some of these parents, ill. We are surrounded by some seriously sick people in this world. I mean, some really ill people. But if you have not watched Unknown Number and you're not sure what it's about, if you just put it in to any search fields, Google
Well, I
or what
got it
have
now.
you, you're going to get a lot
Oh.
of commentary because it's just so bizarre. You're like, how did this even happen? And so I was telling Ron, I was watching it, and then when you find out who was behind cyberbullying this young lady, actually a child, she was 14 years old,
Woo.
for a year and a half, I said, I went to cussing. I literally went to cussing all through my house. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Really?
I think I know the premise of that particular one. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to watch it.
We won't tell you what happened.
We're not going to tell you.
Accuser.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got one for you. Since we're doing this, there are two, but I don't remember the name of the other one. But the first one is for those of you that follow the Jussie Smollett thing.
Oh.
I think you should really go and watch The Truth About Jussie Smollett. It's on Netflix. It might actually change your mind. Yes, I walked away thinking like, damn, I think this guy really did get set up.
It just
Really?
his doesn't make sense. I thought, why would he do that?
Yeah.
The Chicago PD has their issues. It is on my list of something to watch. I got to be in the mood for some of these documentaries, though. Some of these, I'm
Listen, it's good from start to finish, and at the very end, it like really leaves you questioning, like, wait, what the hell? Like, okay, he really might have gotten set up. A lot of things that they bring out don't make a lot of sense. So that's another good one. I'm going to look for this other one that Ron and I watched. It's actually really good. It's about a woman. It was her and her family went on a cruise, and she never made it off the cruise. And she's been spotted.
Yes. How that happened? She was on the Royal Caribbean. It was like 1980 something.
1980 something. Listen to me. I was on that same ship before. And I was like, I know that ship. She went on there and she disappeared. But here's the thing, though. Not to spoil it or whatever, but she had been spotted after that. So it was assumed that she fell off the ship and died, but she had been spotted in several Caribbean countries. And till this day, her parents do not know what happened to her, even though there are pictures of her out there.
So let me add two things to that, Chris, because I think about how this young lady was sharing a suite with her parents and her brother. So it's 4 people in this room. And you look at cruising now. Cruising has more cameras than the casino. You can't do anything now.
Well,
it's different. And not be seen. Whereas before, they didn't have all those cameras. So you have to think when things like this happen, they made massive changes. Because I mean, if you flick a booger, they're gonna see it. Like
not even that. You can't get off ships nowadays without getting scanned out. Before you can just like walk on and off. Cruising is very different now than it was when this happened. Because like when we started watching, like, well, how the hell did she get off the ship? And nobody know. But the other thing about it, they didn't scan you back then. Like before, when you get on a ship now, you have a picture ID. You can't wear a hat. You have to take your glasses off. And there's high security. They know every passenger who is on and off the ship, when they got on, where they got off, everything about them. Now, back then, it was just like, okay.
You just. So may I add one more? May I add one that we will talk about tomorrow? And it's I want to talk about it in regards to the laws that are made around women, and it's the Gabby Petito story. Now, when it was happening, I didn't pay attention to it. Again, we had other stuff going on, so But looking at it now, and as I was telling Ron, the fact that young man permanently harmed this girl, and then called his mama Okay.
The parents, man.
Called his mother and father, start calling the lawyers. He drives her truck back to Florida. They go on a hiking trip. They go on a family trip, enjoy themselves. And I'm just like, how do you not think about the young lady that is out in this park and how he has harmed her permanently, and y'all go on a family trip? But then she writes the letter. She told him to burn the letter, which he did not do. She writes the letter, pretty much saying if he had done something illegal, she'd bring the shovel, the garbage bag, and help take care of the body. I was like, what?
Wow. Yeah.
And then the fact that her parents are looking for her, and these bitch ass parents like, we have nothing to say. You can talk to our lawyer. I thought to myself, you know what?
Yeah. That was always suspicious to me.
I'm for vigilante justice. I would have been at her house. I mean, what kind of parent are you? All they want to do was find their baby.
Yes.
And they wouldn't even do that. I was like, whew, you talk. Now I was cussing. I was hot. I'm still hot. I'm still hot.
Yeah.
How do you know that your son has committed a crime? He comes home and then y'all go on a family trip like ain't nothing happened. What?
The Gabby Petito story is wild.
Yeah, I have it in my queue to watch.
I will say this. I was asking my husband, and I thought about asking my family members who are retired police officers and sheriffs and stuff. You know, you look at that video when it was clear that she was the victim. And I thought to myself, do these people ever feel some kind of way when they were at a place where they could have changed how the story turned out? I get that she was saying, I harmed him, I did this, but something in your gut should say, this don't make sense. None of this makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you say, look, I get what you're saying. I'm not truly buying what you're giving me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, had they intervened and did some other stuff, maybe she would still be here. Maybe you just, we don't know. But
well, not even that though. Like, I don't know if you're talking about the police when they were stopped at one time. The cops got a sense that something wasn't right. They should have followed their intuition and removed her from that situation.
Yes,
because But here's the thing: these are stories that happen over and over again. When we look back at the Jeffrey Dahmer story, if you never watched that Netflix series, there were so many opportunities for law enforcement to actually stop this because he had been stopped several times. People had actually seen it, and then of course, if you would have listened to Nene Nash's character, the lady, he wouldn't have been a serial killer. Yeah. He would never become a serial killer because there were so many signs he had gotten stopped, and he had a body in the car, and the police officer was suspicious. And because he was a white guy, he was like, you know what? Go ahead.
Okay, so since you mentioned that, I did take some time yesterday to watch Dirty Pop about Lou Pearlman. And I thought to myself, how is it that this guy had a Ponzi scheme, was on the run, was able to fake another bank document, and Bank of America give him another $1 million. I thought, wasn't his picture in the papers, on the news? The FBI is looking for him. Like, y'all didn't see that? But I mean, you just give him another $1 million. I was like, that's got to be some white folk shit. It's got to be.
Hello.
I mean, think about it. The fact that he ran this Ponzi scheme for 30 something years? Was it 30? I mean, he ran it for a while.
Oh, this is a series. It's 3 episodes.
No. Okay, so Lou Pearlman is the guy who created NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, like a host of other boy bands and whatnot. Lou Pearlman. If you haven't seen this, it's Dirty Pop.
No, I'm looking at
3 episodes. It's Dirty Pop.
It's 3 episodes, right?
Yes. Right. But when he was on the run, like he told this guy that he was going on vacation. This young man staying in his house, I'm going on vacation. He was already gone 6 weeks before the FBI got there and raided his place. He didn't pay his lawyer. So his lawyer was like, look, I will hunt him down until I get my money. Clearly, he ain't ever got that money, but still. But I just thought to myself, how is it that this guy has his face on the news? The FBI is looking for him. He can be in, I think he was like in Indonesia. He can make up some more fake documents, and Bank of America's like, sure, take another $1 million. Like, in what world does, well, clearly in this world, but why would you do that? Like, how do y'all not know that he's already on the run? Like, and y'all still giving him money?
Was he using his real name, his government name?
He did use his real name. First of all, he had been forging stuff for a very long time. And
Wow.
side note, they had a video footage of his 50th birthday. I was like, wait, he's only 50? You know what? When you live a hard life, I was like, damn, bro, like, I could have sworn that man was like 60, 80 something. He was only 50. And then when he died in jail, he was like 53. I was like, God, dog.
Wow.
When you're not living right and you're living on the edge, wondering when your Ponzi scheme will fall down, I can see it aging you faster. So, you know, that's another good one to watch. It's another good one to watch. But we're going to have fun tomorrow talking about this.
I'm tuning into that.
Gwendolyn has a whole list.
I have a list. Because that Casey White chick, now that one I did follow. Love on the Run. I thought, how can this chick be she's a corrections officer and then goes on the run with a guy who is already in jail for, again, permanently harming his girlfriend and others. It was like a whole crime spree. And I thought, wait, what? And they didn't even get very far. People thought they'd be in Alaska. I think they got as far as like Kentucky or something. I was like, please, like, seriously? And then she ended up, taking the other way out because she's like, I'm not going to jail. Like, she's not going to jail. But I couldn't believe what she was doing. I said, Lord, have mercy. I get it can be hard in these streets. I get it. But it ain't this hard that I got to find me behind bars. I mean, it's not that hard. I'm just saying. But there are folks who love a little jailhouse rock, I guess. I don't know.
Well, some people love living on the edge and a little danger. Some women just love a bad boy. And when that bad boy turn on them,
They're doing the gardening. Someone thinks. So keep going, guys.
I will say that there was a guy I dated who ended up in jail. Okay. I will say that. And there was a time when he would send me like his jailhouse letters and stuff. And, in the beginning, you're like, okay, how are we going to make this work? I'm not understanding. But it quickly became clear to me that this is not going to work. It's not going to work. But then I thought, how do I break up with the dude who's like locked up and not feel bad? Because women tend to feel bad.
You're never going to see him. He can't come and pick you up from a date. So just don't call him back.
Chris, okay, so understand younger person who got caught up in the ditch. But even when he got out, Gwendolyn was like, I'm gonna be the dutiful girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. That little raggedy bastard sent me an email to break up with me.
He did you a favor. He did you a favor.
And he did do me a favor. You're right. He did me a favor. I was like, okay, great. So I ain't gotta worry about it. So I wasn't upset. I was not upset. I was like, oh, but I thought, really? An email? That's how we doing this? Okay, whatever. But then I wasn't upset. I was like, look, it is good. I'm free. But the chick he was cheating with got upset that I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
So then she comes to call. I was like, look, lady, you can have him. Trust. We're good. Yeah. I've been dumped a few times. I mean, what can I tell you?
Look, it's a good thing you did because you wouldn't have been able to meet your hubby.
Mr. Jack.
Yes.
Right. You got the man. Mr. Jack is the man. I tell you, a high quality.
He's high quality.
Mm-hmm. A man of substance.
A man of good substance. Yes.
Yeah.
So that, we all go through our things, which if I could circle back to Gabby, young women are often given a message at a very young age of being the make your guy happy any way possible. I mean, just some of the text messages he was sending to her make her feel bad, right? And then you can easily get trapped into what's happening. And I'm sure the first time that he raised his hand to her and did whatever, she was like, okay, wait, I'm not understanding. And then there's the whole, oh my God, I'm so sorry, da da da. It's easy to get caught up in that. It is so easy. It happens in a blink of an eye. So I understand it. Like I said, I didn't, thought it was one thing, and the next thing you know, he's copping a plea. I was like, well, wait a minute, I thought you said that you didn't do this. And yes, I don't know how many other women have that story. There's probably quite a few women who have that story. I'm just going to put it out there for you. Yeah.
I will be watching tomorrow. I love that stuff. And now,
if you have a chance, so here are the 4. So we've got Unknown Number. Ooh, Chris, if you have not seen it, bruh. If y'all
which
have
one?
Not
Unknown Number?
Unknown Number. If y'all have not watched this, I'm saying this really quick. If I ever catch that chick on the street, look. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Then,
I have it.
There is The Worst Ex Ever. There's 4 episodes. There's 4 separate stories, but The Worst Ex Ever. There's that. There is Gabby Petito story, and then Katrina, Come Hell or High Water, which
I do have that in my queue.
Watch that. You have to get your mind right, because when you see the systematic racism at play every freaking day, when you look at New Orleans now, I go back to cussing again, because it just makes me angry. It makes me angry.
Here's one. It's an older one. We watched it during COVID, I believe. Tinder Swindler. Did you see that?
I think I saw that one. I think I did.
Tinder
Yes.
This man swindled these ladies out of all of their money.
Oh,
it was crazy.
Yes.
I remember it.
It was crazy.
Was it the black guy?
No, he was
African.
No, I think he was like Italian or something like that.
Yes.
Oh no, that's right. It was the
European
Italian guy. But there was a black guy that did it too. They had a documentary. But
I didn't see
that's
that
the
one.
Italian. Yeah,
that was a good one.
I didn't see that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's like some European dude who claimed to have all this money and stuff.
Yes.
Picking up people in like these planes and whatnot. And I was just like,
oh, that was a good one. These shows. I mean, but think about it, there's so many of these people out there.
Well, here's the deal. I used to watch the ID channel, and I was Snap. I was a religious watcher of Snaps. I mean, women, okay, so men typically aim to maim their partner. Women are looking to make a decision permanent.
Yes.
Like, we're not gonna do this ever again to anybody.
Well, Bob was she was a snippet.
Who's a snippet?
What was her name? Bobbit, when she took off.
Lorena Bobbit.
The snippet.
No, not only did she snip him, she threw it out the window.
She's like, she was like, you go find it.
Yeah, but you know though, he made a career out of that.
He did.
Yes, he became a porn star.
But were they able to put a new one on?
They reattached it, and he became a porn star.
Really?
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yes.
He made a career out of it.
He made money off of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He made money off of it. Yes.
Snapped my show.
All Sunday. You could watch it all day Sunday. They had multiple seasons of women who were doing some stuff. Who were doing some stuff. You know, I mean, women can get kind of
crazy.
I got one more for you. Last one. We watched this last year. It's called Sweet Bobby, My Catfish Nightmare.
I haven't seen it. That's next.
No, what's that about?
That one was really good.
It's next on
this woman falls for this guy online, and she never, I believe, if I remember correctly, she never met him. It was, I think, if I remember correctly, it was all made up. That was a great one.
When was this show out? Was this a newer show?
This came out in 2024. It's the jaw-dropping documentary about a years-long online relationship loaded with lies and manipulation. It's based on a chart-topping 2021 podcast series.
I saw that when I was at Nia's house. Oh, Nia is just like Gwendolyn. So I have two friends, my two closest women, well, my my close women friends love these shows. And so when I'm at Nia's house, it's Nia, myself, and Bimbo and Winter. So the four of us, and I call it the Fantastic Four, and we all of them, they love these documentaries, and I always fall into it. I mean,
You get
if you
swept
can,
into them.
if you turn it on, I'm in. It's just like I won't normally look at it. Like if I see it on the Netflix, I'm usually moving away, just type moving. However, if I'm with friends or my friends tell me about it, then I get sucked in. Like Gwendolyn sucked me in yesterday. She got me into
it's human behavior. Like I think about there was some young people in the Houston area a few years back who had committed a crime. They committed a crime, and so their friends needed to make bail. And their idea of getting money to make bail was to create another crime to get the money. And so I think to myself, like, think about these relationships that go sour. So instead of divorcing your partner and splitting and starting new, your option is, well, maybe if they just go missing, that'll be great. It's like, why would committing a crime be the solution versus just walking away?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
all you have to
like
do is
walk
say,
away.
like I'm
all
trying
you
to
have
I'm
to
like
done.
say, I don't
hearing
want
you
to
that
be
you
married.
think, well, if I could just do this, then I could get the money and freedom. Yeah.
You're always gonna get caught.
You're
Always.
always gonna get caught. They always get caught. Because
They think they're
I don't get it.
because
they think they're the needle in the haystack.
But the number one rule in policing is it's always the person that's closest to you. If you are
Yeah.
murdered by someone, it's usually the person that's closest to you. It's
It's
like
usually your partner.
I think the statistic is like 90% of the time.
Mhm.
I think it's a high number that
Somebody they know.
if you are taken out of the world, it's usually somebody you know.
Yeah.
Committing a crime nowadays is something close to impossible. You got to be like a super ninja, because there's cameras on every freaking
Everywhere.
corner. Your
Every corner.
cell phone
There's one right here.
has a way to
Right
track
there.
Well-
because of all the towers.
Camera right there.
Well,
It's
that.
like how exactly
here-
do you?
Here's the other thing. A lot of times, people when they're going to commit a crime, they're looking stuff up online. The first thing they're going to
And
do
that's
is
the
go
other
to your
part.
web searches and look
Yes.
at what you were looking for.
Yes, that's. I don't know what the number is, but the high probability number is very high. That's why the first thing they do is take your computer.
Yes.
The first
Or your cell
every
phone.
crime they take.
Look at your
computer
search
and
history.
cell
They're
phone.
looking at your search
Your
history.
search history.
They go back to
Who-
see where you've been. I mean, like your IP address. There are so many things that
Yeah.
back to something. You have to be cash only. You got to shave all your hair off your body. You have to remove your fingerprints. You got to do some serious work to walk through this world and not leave a print someplace.
You are on the grid.
Listen,
You are on the
from the
grid whether
moment-
you want to be or not.
From the moment you walk out the door, there's a camera on you. Your
Yes.
cell phone is attached. Yeah, I mean, you're attached to your phone. Your phone is pinging a cell tower somewhere,
The
or you're
pings,
hooked to
right? The
someone's
pings.
Wi-Fi. Listen. There is a trail. There's a trail. You're gonna get caught.
There's a trail. Yeah.
But unfortunately, they think they can't be caught. That's the crazy part. They think
That's
they're
the
above
crazy part.
they think they're above it all. That's
Yeah.
the
They're not.
insanity of it all. They think they're above it. Jesse says, if you have Hulu, you should watch Hurricane Katrina: Race Against Time, produced by Ryan Coogler. And let me tell you, both of these, the one on ESPN and the one on Netflix, like Gwendolyn said, you're gonna need a little drink to, like, if you're a Black person or a person that has goodwill, like a good being, you're a good being, you are going to be disturbed on a level that you have never been, because race and people that keep denying that racism is not alive and well in America, it is racism is on every single level of American life.
It's on
Every
steroids.
single. It's everywhere. And when you see some of these people, I'll give you one of the see. I won't tell you which one it is. And you see these hillbillies laughing that they were shooting black people during Katrina. And people didn't know what they were killed by the hurricane or by the people. And they saw them coming across the bridge or coming into their neighborhood asking for help, they would shoot them. These hillbillies. And that was never documented.
Yeah.
And then also like we saw like what a white family couple is looting, but no, they're just getting supplies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
White
then
people
the
looking for food
black
is
family was
yeah.
looting.
Yes, it is looting.
Well, you know how that goes.
Even how we tell stories now, like I don't know if you guys watch the news, but there was yesterday on the news this little white boy who walked barefoot to Chick-fil-A for breakfast. And you've got the news crew there, the cops are there, everybody's how cute is that? We all know, had that been some black child walking barefoot to Chick-fil-A while his parents asleep, it would not be the same thing.
No,
it's
child
not
abuse, neglect.
The same way that there was the kid who stole their mother's car to go drive to Target to get the Starbucks.
Joyriding.
Everybody laughed about it. None of that is funny, first of all. But the way that it's treated, we know if it had been a child that was of black or brown descent, it would not. They'd be CPS be there. They had SWAT. They would have bombed that house. They would be dragging those parents through the mud until the end of time. We know that.
Yep.
Like that's
they tell the stories to fit their narrative.
Yes, they
all the time.
Yeah.
But when you
my mother and I talked about
Katrina films, when you see the Katrina films, I recommend everyone seeing it because it is a eye opener of what happened behind the scenes. And I got to see both of these films when I was at Martha's Vineyard before they came out. And I tell you, I got to also photograph the panel discussion. I mean, the stuff that they talked about in the panel discussion, that's not even in the film. I mean, there's a certain kind of evil that is in these people that can be so horrible to other human beings. There's a level of, I don't even know if there's a possible to be able to name or describe the depths of their evil. It's just crazy. It makes, I use crazy a lot, but it's evil. It's evil.
You do use crazy a lot. You do. My mother and I talked about it. Like my mother has no desire to watch it. When this went down, when the buses came from New Orleans and came into Houston, my mother had a number of days where she volunteered to help the victims of Katrina there. And so she was sharing her thoughts on that and how for her, it was just like, when you see people in need who need help, you just help. Like I remember her coming in and she was asking for whatever we had that we could donate. She's like toiletries, this, that, whatever it was. We went through the house looking for anything and everything for her to go back and spend another like 12-hour shift volunteering to help people who were coming in. So she has no desire to watch it because she's looking at it from
she lived it,
hearing their stories. You know what I'm saying? And I was not prepared for the visuals I saw, but it's kind of like when James Baldwin, when he says it's really hard to be here and not be in a state of rage every single moment. Like you just
Baldwin.
Choosing joy is a conscious decision. It is a way of staying sane.
It is. If you don't pick it, you will lose it. It's just that simple. That simple.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, Gwendolyn. So you're going to tell the folks what we're going to be doing later on?
We're going to be talking to Ron. Now, Ron has been on the show a few times. This is our traditional conversation that we do once a year. And so we're going to be talking to Ron today about evolution.
And I believe
in my head, some people have a hard time in closing a chapter. Hello, LeBron James, and moving the fuck on.
Okay.
So
Where that come from?
yes,
Someone
join
felt
us live. Join us live. Was it 2:00 Central, 3:00 Eastern? Yes.
Well, the same thing
Yeah.
with the
Okay.
Cuomo. Like here in New York City, Andrew Cuomo running for mayor. Like, just go away.
Go away.
Just go away.
Yeah,
You a
but
governor. Go
never mind.
away.
Chris is
Go
like, I don't know.
away. I mean, these people
There's, I
don't know
mean,
how to
there's
just
so
go
much with
away.
that. No, because they feel it's their birthright.
Mm,
Mm, mm.
mm. Oh,
Anyway, do we have some announcements?
Derek says, ouch. Jazz is laughing.
I should be a sports
Understand.
newscaster.
You know, Gwendolyn could have many careers, and one of them though is she would be great as an opinion commentator on sports, life, movies.
What the heck are you doing? What are you doing?
But yes, we do have some announcements. So, Chris, you want to take yours first?
All right, well, I'll just run it. Here's another one.
What you doing? You ain't doing nothing. Come and join us on the conference call where we sit here and give you shits and giggles about your favorite shows. We do the recap show right here on the conference call. So make sure you follow us on Instagram and YouTube and whatever else we may have coming up. My name is Ronald. This is Chris. That's TJ. You know you like it. Don't we look good? So don't you want to join us every week? Join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button so that way you don't miss our beautiful faces. Look forward to talking to you.
Bye.
That was so good. I've never seen Ron talk like that. Like do the camera.
Oh, well, no, what?
This is good.
This is Ronald, okay?
It's going to also make sure if you are in the building, make sure you join our email list today. Go to ronlewisphotos.com and you'll have a new service updates, industry news, monthly trends, be in the know. I don't usually send out emails, but maybe twice a year, so I will not be in your mailbox all the time. It's just really there to help us to connect if these apps go down. And also, I am an event photographer, so share events. I like to share your event story. And if you have a corporation, a family, or some way to share your story and preserve your story, you can hire me, an event photographer. Also, I'd like to thank our wonderful Patreon members. You can become a Patreon member. Just simply go on to patreon.com and just go Ron Lewis Photos. Everything's Ron Lewis Photos. And you just click on that and you can choose. You want to donate $3 a month, $5 a month, $10, $25 a month to support what we do here. It costs money to be a creative. It costs money to be online. And we are thankful to our wonderful Patreon members. And last but not least, if you are in the building, you are invited to join this YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you subscribe, and then that helps us get to 1,000 in the organic way. We're trying to get to 1,000 because there's great benefits for this community when we get to 1,000. So make sure you subscribe and pass it on and share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I think that's it, y'all. So no more now. Those are all the announcements. This was a good conversation. I had a whole nother plan.
But you know how this always goes. It always goes like that.
Usual, we just go with the flow. We just go with the flow here because this community is in tune. We are in tune to one another. And again, DS, if you're still in the building, we would like to see you one more. All you have to do is scan that QR code. Okay? And anyone else, and if you're in this community, you've been here a while, you're always welcome. You're always welcome to the desk. Come on out and share and talk and share your wisdom. You can help others by sharing your wisdom. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're all squared away, y'all. That's it. I'll see you guys at 4 o'clock Eastern time or 4 o'clock Central time.
Or is it 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock Eastern?
3
3 o'clock.
Eastern, Central.
Wait, is this live today or is it
It's
pre-recorded?
live.
It
Oh,
is
okay.
it is 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry to
Lord of
confuse
mercy,
y'all.
Lord of
We'll
mercy.
have to send you a reminder so he shows up on time.
Woo! Thank you, Chris.
Well, I still may be stuck in the yard.
Hey,
I'm stuck in the yard.
at least it's not the prison. At least it's not the prison yard.
Then I have to worry about some other stuff. Anyway,
It's time to go.
Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.